Hey everyone, eBay reported fiscal year 2023 first quarter earnings results, and I'm going to review those earnings in this video. I'm also going to answer if eBay is an excellent dividend stock to buy. Of course, eBay was one of my top stocks to buy in 2023. If you've been with my channel throughout the year, in January I released a video highlighting my favorite stocks for the year, and eBay was one of them. So far, eBay stock is up 9.5% in 2023 already. So a decent return for eBay stock already for the year. And at the end of the video, I'll answer if it's still a good time to buy eBay stock or if it's too late to do so. All right, so let's look at the earnings. Revenue increased by 3% to 2.5 billion year over year. Adjusted earnings per share increased by 5% to $1.11. That's really good news for eBay because it was a prime beneficiary of the pandemic when people were staying at home, shopping at home more often. But now consumer behavior has shifted. More people are spending their money away from home on things and places like restaurants, bars, theme parks, concerts, and the like. Online retailers like eBay have suffered as a result of that. The fact that eBay was able to deliver revenue growth in this quarter suggests that the pain could be over. The revenue declines could be over, and it could be time for eBay to return to growth. Gross merchandise volume decreased by 2% to 18.4 billion. Remember, eBay doesn't own any of the items on the platform. eBay just operates the platform, bringing together buyers and sellers and taking a percentage on each transaction that happens. That business model is one of the reasons why I really like eBay stock right now because it doesn't deal with any inventory. eBay doesn't deal with any shipping and handling, any logistics. It leaves that to buyers and sellers. The TTR, which stands for transaction take rate, increased to 13.6%. That was up from 12.8% in the same quarter last year, but it was down from 13.8% from the previous quarter. This is the first time that this transaction take rate has dipped down in about like 12 quarters. If you go back a few years, the transaction take rate used to be around 9%. eBay's been steadily increasing that transaction take rate for a couple of years now, and management said to expect this transaction take rate to increase for 2023. So this decrease quarter over quarter may have just been a one-time thing, and it could return to growth for the rest of the year. That's another one of the reasons I really like the stock is because industry wide, e-commerce companies have been raising the fees on merchants. eBay's been raising the transaction take rate. Etsy's been increasing the transaction take rate. Shopify's been increasing the fees. Amazon's been increasing fees. So sellers have nowhere to go if they're looking for some e-commerce platform where they can sell without seeing the fees increase, right? Everywhere they're increasing fees, so sellers are not happy about it, of course, because they're having to pay a greater percentage of their revenue to the platforms, but there's little they can do about it because industry wide those fees are going up. So it's good for investors, not good for sellers. Ad revenue jumped to 317 million. This was up from 267 million year over year. Another good reason to invest in eBay stock. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now. Ad revenue on these platforms has been increasing substantially. You can look at Amazon, Shopify, Etsy, even companies like Walmart and Target are increasing their advertising revenue on the platforms because they look at it like, hey, We've got millions of people coming onto our platforms. It's an opportunity to sell advertising, and it's been working. It's been working really well. eBay's free cash flow increased to 709 million. This was up 30% from 546 million in the prior year. The company used some of its cash to repay 1.15 billion in debt in the first quarter. So that means going forward, it's going to have a lower interest expense, which should help boost earnings per share. For the second quarter, eBay is forecasting revenue growth between 2 and 5% and adjusted earnings per share to be relatively flat. So no growth in earnings per share expected for the second quarter. Overall, a really good quarter for eBay, and I would reiterate my recommendation for eBay as one of my top stock picks for 2023. Even though it's already up roughly 10% for the year, it's not too late to come in and buy eBay stock. In my opinion, eBay is an excellent dividend stock to buy right now. I didn't talk too much about eBay's dividend in this video, but the boost in its free cash flow, the boost in its earnings should help eBay continue to increase its dividend payment over time. Remember, eBay only recently started paying a dividend, and so it has a long way to go where it can continue growing that dividend payment. So all in all, eBay is an excellent stock to buy, whether you're a dividend stock investor or if you're just a regular investor not specifically looking for dividends. eBay is still a really good stock to buy right now and one of my favorites for 2023. All right, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your viewership, and if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. I make a lot of videos like this one, and if you enjoyed it, then I think you're going to want to tune into my channel in the future. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon.